going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with an upcoming data mines video with respect to some of the events that are going to be coming up here in just a short few weeks. But as well, I really like this infographic that's presented by the Boundless and Scopely team, just because of the fact that, you know, it does paint a lot of good information for us, and some of this information and these events have already been confirmed in the recent blog post as well. So we'll be going through that today and the information that's actually located in the data mine. So as you can see, guys, obviously here, there's some really big pivotal dates, right? We know this Demonic Origins event here, starting in just a few days, is going to be the first time that we can actually have some of the Gear Tier 19 getting earned in an event. Now, I did a breakdown video yesterday on it. You know, doesn't look great for us in terms of free to play because it is deeper down the milestone. So make sure you take that out, guys, if you're interested to see how you're going to be able to maximize that. We'll also see how the event fully gets detailed once it goes live. And as well, for folks interested and wondering about Cosmic Ghost Rider, that information was not circulated in the blog post, but again, this is why I love getting this monthly previews, that you can tell there's an event starting between the 18th and the 19th called the Eternal Vengeance, and it does feature Cosmic Ghost Rider. And then shortly afterwards, a week later, we also have the Forever Patriot event. Obviously, those events are going to be tied back to those characters, so great to see that information here. Then it doesn't really look like then that Leader is actually going to be featured this month. Leader will likely be part of the start of April, maybe even part of the monthly event, who knows. But yeah, because of his avatar not getting featured here, we got some pretty good suspicions that he likely won't get unlocked into the game just yet. But we do have Iron Patriot here pretty shortly here in terms of just getting his unlock. So good stuff there. But yeah, we'll be deep diving a couple of these events, so that way you guys have some information beforehand as well. So we already saw this confirmed. This was actually prepared here before the blog post actually went live, but I mean, good to see that nothing really changed in the data mines. So you can see this one's going to be built from farming the orb fragments from campaign nodes, cosmic crucible battles, as well the web milestone, which is the Inferno Prelude, earning alliance credits. Super easy. But again, as I mentioned earlier, Gear Tier 19 demonic gear, there's actually some Void Knight shards as well, and obviously the monthly items and featured event items. So you do want to take advantage of that starting in actually tomorrow. So that's all available in the blog, and I'll link my video below from yesterday's preview, but nothing really changed here. This was very accurate, and good to see that this is consistent. The one I do want to talk about though is actually Eternal Vengeance. So this is the main one, obviously, for Cosmic Ghost Rider, and this is how you can start preparing beforehand as well. But this is a ranked arena reward kind of event, so similar to what we've seen with the past with, like, I believe Lizard, Craven were the past a couple of characters, and you know, it's a good way. It's definitely a good strategy for getting these rewards, but they revised them in the past. Like the most recent one, they actually changed up the points, but they did drop more of the fragments per orb, so just something to be mindful of there. And I think there was more shards actually getting included in the milestone, so it's gonna be interesting to see if that's gonna be consistently going forward, so that way it's more built into the milestone as opposed to getting the RNG. But either way, it's always good. It's if you're doing well in this one, usually top 250, top 500, you do exceptionally well in terms of getting a 3-star, no problem. 2-3-star, no problem. It looks like there's gonna be some war battles associated with this Eternal Vengeance event as well, and there's a web milestone. The web milestone is, once again, it's a mixture here of actually spending incursion campaign energy and as well as earning blitz credits. So you can't really prepare for that unless you want to just hoard up incursion, but typically what we've seen with these events is that you don't need to spend more than, I would say, 150 to 200 cores per day. So if you wanted to start kind of saving your power cores, it would be a good strategy. But this is how you're going to get the main Cosmic Ghost Rider shards getting rewarded. There's also some Void Knight stuff. They're just passing that all around, which is not kind of nice. We have some augmented Mystic gear, obviously the monthly hourglasses and featured items. So that's all going to be adding up here. But I don't believe I saw any kind of bonuses with war battles, mainly just participation, but the big one being arena ranked reward. So if you guys haven't already started working in your arenas, climbing that way up, I mean, it's going to be easier to get points if you're already kind of slotted into that top, like I said, the top 50 to 500, I think is a really good spot to land. And obviously if you're doing better than that, even better, because then you'll thrive in this event. And then next up, we do have some updates here in respect to the newer teams here, right? So obviously, Out of Time is getting finished up here with Cosmic Ghost Rider, and then we also have Cabal. So we've seen how good Out of Time is already, but there's a couple things I just want to kind of rehash out so that way you guys are aware of what's going to be coming up in the next couple months here in terms of timeline. They are Out of Time, respectively, is going to be one of the required teams, and they confirmed over the weekend that there is going to be another team coming. So it means we're probably going to get more so these legendary trials, right? Similar to the Scourge trials event. It seems like they're not finished with that yet, just because of that confirmation. And typically what we've seen was, in the past few years anyways, the last few legendary events characters that have been released, they're typically in April or May. I mean, I think I recall Nova actually coming out in the month of May as well. And then the year before that, the Horsemen's also around that time. And then, yeah, so I mean, they've been consistently actually put it out there. So, and it would make sense too, because Green Goblin came out in November, I believe. So typically, you know, they rotate a new legendary 3 to 4 months. This would fit with that timeline. So something to be mindful of. We still have a bit of time to prepare, but for all we know, it could be coming as soon as April, right? If it's in April, it's a little sooner than I expect, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because there's been so many updates lately. But yeah, just something to be mindful of, guys. Remember, you're going to need out time and another team, so we'll wait for that confirmation. But if you want to, you know, obviously do well, as we've seen with the Green Goblin Classic Trials, you need both Rebirth and New Avengers. So I suspect they're going to be keeping this format going forward. Let's see if they considered the feedback of folks not happy with the mandatory building up 2 teams for difficulty 8 and above. And if that's the case, though, it's okay, because we have this new kind of trial way for getting legendary events in the game. So I mean, worst case, we just keep running the trials, but as well, taking our time to build out the teams that we need. And then finally, guys, I also did an analysis video on Cabal yesterday, and they are looking like an absolute you know, top tier offense team, especially in Crucible, especially the value they give to other villains, right? They're a 3-piece team: Leader, Iron Patriot, and Namor. And like I said, I didn't see if Leader was coming soon, but we know Iron Patriot is very quickly here, and maybe Leader just follows, but his event is not specifically tied back to this month. Either way, they're really good characters to be had if you are interested in Cosmic Crucible. They're likely gonna have value in War as well, so they're gonna have more of that PvP kind of deterrence, right? Also, one thing I do want to mention is that they were confirmed that they're not going to be in the next legendary event. So in this case, Out of Time, which is towards that Deathpool, Deadpool, Panda Pool, and so forth. We don't know if there's going to be an inclusion of that just yet, but we know that they're not going to be in the next legendary event. So what they did not rule out was that they're not going to be required for another legendary. So this might not be a team we can skip just yet, but if you care about the PvP modes, they have value there. And even better, if there is going to be a legendary event tied back to them in the future, you're going to be getting some value. So just something to be mindful of there. I always like pointing that out and how you can prepare, especially in the coming months. And then lastly, this is, in my opinion, the best news, which is actually Black Knight getting included in the Strike Pass, and as well as Starbrand getting added to Battle Pass. So this is going to be the next rendition of it, but pretty awesome to see that a character of, you know, Black Knight's kind of status in the game is going to get added in the Strike Pass. Even though he's a Dark Promotion character, this is going to be huge for folks that did not get a chance to unlock Black Knight, and will actually maybe get an opportunity here to top up his shards, ultimately getting that unlocked with the 100 shards, which is still pretty steep, right? But that's it for now, guys. Remember, everything is subject to change from what we've seen, with the exception of the Demonic Origin event, which we know is confirmed now. But yeah, always great to get a snapshot of what to expect. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. Hopefully this helps you prepare. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.